If you'd like to learn how to make these Mother's Day DIYs, please continue watching. Welcome to Crystal Clear Creations. Today's DIYs are in honor of Mother's Day 2021. Our first DIY is a floral sign. The items you will need are a picture frame, floral stems, a Mother's Day card, heart-shaped gems, and regular gems. We begin by unwrapping the picture frame and removing the jute twine. Next, we will prepare the card. We're only going to use the front of the card for this project. We're also going to use the envelope just to add some additional pink to the back of the card. And then we'll glue both pieces down into the frame. Next, we're going to remove the flowers from the stem. Then we're going to begin to put the flowers around the card. I layered these flowers together, doubled them up, and glued them down. I also glued down a heart-shaped gem at this point. Okay, here I am gluing the flowers around. I'm adding a regular flatback gem the middle of the flowers as I put them around the frame of the picture. And this is the final product. As you can see, the flowers have been placed around the entire card. I added a couple more hearts, and this is the Mother's Day sign. Our next DIY is a Bling Shadow Box. The items that you will need are 2 picture frames, your rhinestone sticker letters, your border trim, and your flatback hearts. To begin, we're going to pull out the metal tabs that hold the glass in, and then we're going to glue the glass down into the frame. Do this again for the second frame, removing the back, the packaging, and also the tabs. We're going to put our glass back into the frame and press it down. And you may want to use a more permanent glue to glue this down. The next thing we're going to do is take our rhinestone sticker letters and just space them out on the frame to see how we want them to be placed. These are self-adhesive stickers. out a piece of the border and also adhere it to the glass. Here I'm just readjusting the letter to make it more straight and flat. Next we're going to take the border and place it around the frame on the outside. Before we glue the pieces together, we're going to add the heart gem to the middle of the letter O for Mom. We're going to glue the two frames together. And we'll go back in and seal some more glue around the edges where they hadn't been glued earlier. Any excess glue. And then we're going to add some additional hearts to the corners of the frame. To add another touch of bling to the shadow box, we're going to take a roll of Bling Wrap and just glue it around the seams where the two seams meet for the frame. And we're just removing some of the excess strings from the row. Up our area, and now we're going to glue down the rhinestone wrap to the seams of the frame. Once that's been glued all the way around, this is our final product. And we're on to our next DIY, which is a bling lighted Cloche Dome. The items that you will need are some flowers, a Cloche Dome, your Bling Wrap, and a string of battery operated string lights. Here I'm just wrapping the string lights around an old tube to give it a circular shape. I have already strung the string light through the bottom of the Cloche container, which had a hole in it, and I just strung the light through that hole and then wrapped it around the tube to give it a circular shape. Next, I'm cutting off a few flowers to put into the cloche. I'm just taping the flowers together, and then I'm also sticking the stem in the hole as well with the string light so that the flowers will stand on their own. To adhere the battery pack to the bottom of the cloche, I just put some tape down and taped it to the battery pack. Next, I'm taking my Bling Wrap and going around the bottom of the cloche container for base. And then I'm cutting off any excess of the wrap. And I put the cloche lid on and tape the battery pack back under there. Initially I used the wrong type of tape, so I went back and used some silver tape here, duct tape, which had a better hold. And here is your final product. Our fourth and final DIY is a Glam Floral Box. The items that you will need are a wooden crown, 4 pieces of wood, wooden letters, gold paint, gold diamond wrap, some gold flatback gems, and poster board. I missed some of the footage, but here I have glued together the 4 pieces of wood. And I used tape to hold it together while the glue was drying. Also in the background you can see that I have already painted my crown gold, and I have begun trimming it with the gold diamond wrap with a row of that. Next I'm going to paint the outside of the box. There you see I'm fitting the letters to see which side I'm going to put the letters on, and I'm going to glue down the letters MOM for Mom. And then I'm going to set this to the side to allow it to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to finish or begin to add the flatback gold gems to the crown. And this is a more tedious part of the project, so I didn't videotape the whole entire process, but just to give you an idea of how it starts out. I did purchase these gems from Michael's, and just taking off the tape to get them open, and then I'm going to begin to glue down the gems in a some type of pattern. And these particular gems, some of them are actually just gold, and then the other ones are more of a jewel looking gold gem. So it gives a little bit of variety in the box. ahead and finished up the crown. And now I'm taking some stir sticks and just gluing them to the back of the crown. These are going to act as legs that will adhere to the box so that the crown will stand up a little bit higher than the box. And I'm just using some wood glue to glue those down, and then I'll let those dry as well. And you can also see that I have already painted the outside of the box gold. Next, I'm taking some of the diamond wrap and I'm going to adhere it to the corners of the box while the sticks are drying. So I'm just measuring out. I'm going to use 2 rows for each corner. Now the next step I'm going to do is start gluing some of the smallest gold gems to the letters MOM, just to make them stand out a little bit more. I am adding the bling wrap to the corners. I took a break from adding the gems to the letters just because, like I said, that's a tedious part of the process and no sense in just watching all those dots being put on. Bling wrap added to them. And the sticks are dry now, so we're looking to see how that's going to stand up in the box. So now we have the sticks glued down to the box. We had clamped those down and let those dry. Now we're putting the clamps, taking the clamps off. We've added the gems to the letters for Mom, and we're almost done with the project. The last part would be adding the foam board to the bottom of the box, just as a base. And then I'm going to put this styrofoam, floral styrofoam, in the base. And then we'll be adding our roses, and that will complete the project. So I didn't need it to be this thick, so I just cut it in half. I can use this in another project, so just went ahead and used a box cutter and just cutting it in half. And there you see it's in the base of the box. And now I'm going to add the roses. I'm going to cut them off of the stems individually and then stick them into the foam styrofoam. And opted not to glue the styrofoam to the base because you could always change out the flowers and put different flowers in there. So that just gave you the option to change it out just by just sticking them into the styrofoam and not gluing it down. Although you could glue the styrofoam down and just pull the flowers out and put different flowers in, but either way, it gives you the opportunity to change out the flowers if you desire to. And then once the box is full, this is the final product. You have your crown in the back and your flowers and your mom in the front. And this is a nice little tabletop decor that you can use for Mother's Day. And these are our other projects: our Bling Mother's Day Shadow Box, our sign, and our cloche. Again, here they are individually, each item. Hope that you enjoyed this week's DIYs. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next edition of C-CLEER Creations.